Let's talk like people are just introduced to this whole idea without these questions. Let's talk about this, like we're leading up to the day. So now the question that's coming up is, how did you guys come to what led to this? I think that's the better way to start.
No matter where you go, remember the road.
All right. So we sent our kids to Nigeria from Atlanta for about a year and a half. And we want to share our experience, how we were able to come to that decision, how it was like when they were not here, and what we learned about them, about ourselves, and I mean, post interaction as well. How was it? So
Just to add to everything you said, at that time they were aged 3 and 5.
Six.
3 and 6. Oh,
3 numbers away.
3 and 6. So yes, and they're both boys.
what do you think?
I was hanging off the car.
Someone is hanging off the car?
Yeah. Oh no.
And that was the longest period of time they were away from us. We were early empty nesters at the time, and I feel it was such an enriching experience, valuable experience, and we want to share it with everyone. So yeah, we have a few questions we've come up with just to guide the conversation. So there we go. So while our kids were in Lagos, they attended the University of Lagos Women's Society School, which is a school that I attended to as a kid, nursery and primary, because we grew up in the University of Lagos environment. And having them in that space, having them even with some of the teachers that were there when I was there, were there to look after them. I think that was an experience for me. It was a very deep and emotional experience for me.
I
like you.
No matter where you go, make you not forget area.
All right.
I went 2 years.
You were 2 years old. How old are you now? Really? Sorry. Sorry, let's go.
How I wish to say I fit reach you anywhere you day.
Sorry.
You day far away. That's one no say make you the bone area. Oh. Motherland, yo. Chinedu somebody. Ajuda bile. No matter where you go, make you not forget area. Oh. Area. Oh. Na Naija. Tí òde bá ti lè padà wálé o. Wálé o. How I wish, say, I fit reach you anywhere you day. You day, far away. That's one no say make you the bone area. Oh. Motherland, yo. Chinedu somebody borrow you way go. Make you
Having them in that school, having them in that compound, that was for me, that was one of the major achievements of the whole experience of going to Lagos for us. And I think it was very beneficial for them. Should we talk about all that happened? Let's talk like people are just introduced to this whole idea without these questions. Start. Then we'll now go into the questions afterwards. Because now just go back. Okay, who are you? Why are you? What's going on? What did you do? When? You understand?
So you don't. Okay.
Yeah, I think we should first of all just talk about the experience. Let's talk about this, like we're leading up to the day. So now the question that's coming up is, how did you guys come to what led to this?
So
Yeah, because nobody even knows who the fuck we are.
who are you and what are you saying?
Just let's put these ones away for now. just talk about how you feel. Okay. I think that's the better way to start. I'll go first. So, um, we had our kids move to Nigeria for about a year and a half, starting in 2024, early 2024 into 2025. And that was the longest stretch of time that we hadn't been with them, you know. And we thought it'd be a good idea to just share our experience, how it was for us, you know, preparing for our move to Africa at the time. I mean, everything wasn't clear then, but we knew that there was something coming. And yeah, so just want to talk through how it was for us. So when for you, when were you sure that this was the next steps?
You know, I'd been practicing being still leading up to when I came up to you one day and I said, I feel like God is leading us to do this, actually take our kids back to Africa, Nigeria. And you said, really? So to answer your question of when did I know was when you didn't completely shut down the idea in the first place. Because I thought that was wild and crazy. But as soon as I said it to you, you didn't say, oh, that's wild and crazy. You actually thought through it and said, let me think more about it. So for me, that's when I knew that this is actually a possibility.
Okay.
How about for you?
I feel like the energy you came with that day, I had to take it seriously, and secretly deep down, it's something that I had wanted as well, like it's something you dream of that your kids can experience just being in that environment, So it's like maybe this is the opportunity to explore that, and yeah, we also have the privilege to have family. We have family who were happy to have them for some time, who are happy to give them the experience, you know? So I think everything that we needed to be in place was in place. And the only thing left was fear of letting them go, So, yeah. So what would you say was your most difficult time or times?
Just anything that they were celebrating, that they were experiencing for the first time, losing a tooth or growing taller, just felt like, all those little experiences were hard to be away from.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
true.
My birthday,
Oh,
virtual birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are difficult, you know? Yeah, those are really difficult, Missing just like the moments of their leaks,
True.
That was difficult. Surrendering to a different parenting style was difficult because there's ways that we have agreed we want to parent our kids, and now we have to subject it to family, because kids are not supposed to have just a pair of parents. Kids are supposed to have their family to parent them, So just even having that grandma's great grandma, great grandpa, uncles, aunts, friends, that was an abundance of lessons, I feel. Yeah. During that time, I feel like we had a lot of opportunity to do a lot of traveling ourselves, go together. We had our no kids season hashtag going on at the time. and it was amazing. Let me tell you, like we went to California.
Yeah.
I went to Vegas. We went to Gatlinburg.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I went to Jamaica. I came here to South Africa, before we moved here. And, discovering the things that I like outside of just being a dad on demand. That was a blessing for me. What about you?
I agree. I agree. It, I think from the moment that you all left, because all three of you left me in the US, it was rapid fire for me deciding who I show up as now. Because now I'm not a mom or a wife physically. I'm not practicing that uh, physically. So it was an exciting time for me to explore all these other things that I was. I volunteered a lot, especially at work. I found that I was committing my time to organizations and causes that I cared about. Travel, just like you, I zigzagged around the US, visiting friends, family, just showing up to a place and telling people I'm just here to say hi. We hadn't been able to do that for so many years because of COVID. So
Yeah.
yeah.
During that time, we had our 10th anniversary as well.
Yeah.
And for our 10th anniversary, because we didn't have any kids, we celebrated over multiple weekends, and we curated experiences for many of the couples that we knew, or for many of the couples that we know. And what we did was we met them in threes, we matched them up nicely, and we had a whole experience of food and drinks and music and games for, I think it was over 2 months, just every weekend back to back, I think we wouldn't have been able to do that if we had the kids with us,
Yes.
Um, yeah,
I'll say we rediscovered each other as well, because yeah, curating experiences for your children sometimes can overshadow everything else.
yeah,
But to just be like feel like you're dating again,
yeah,
that was awesome. That was awesome.
yeah. We always make this joke that a lot of people will get the empty nest experience for the first time when their kids actually grow up and leave, but we've had that experience. And to be honest, we'll recommend that experience for parents who have young kids as well, because it's a feeling, but you really have to know that these kids, at the end of the day, if they're with people that you trust, they are deepening and widening their experience of life and interaction, and it's something that we miss living abroad. I think that's one of the major reasons why we have decided to come back home, because what family gives to kids cannot be replaced by anything else,
It's true.
you know?
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's almost like you can't teach your children about family. They have to experience family.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's like one of the biggest profound takeaways from that experience for us. Just we don't have to use words to explain your family. You have
Yeah.
experienced all manner of sections of it.
Yeah. I always give an example and say, during COVID, people used to imagine during COVID talking to your grandma over Zoom versus when the world is free and you can just walk into grandma's place and just smell the food and get the hug. The interaction, even though it exists in both ways, is not the same. It's multi-dimensional, and I think we're really blessed to have had the courage. I'll say the courage. A lot of people ask me, how did your wife agree to that? And I think the real question is, wow, your wife is very courageous, you know, because you initiated the um the reality of it, you know, and I just was I was ready for it. You know? So it was a difficult decision, I'll say, but we did it,
Sure.
and we'll recommend it. You know, some of the highlights for me while the kids were there was them visiting the different southwestern states. You know, I think they visited almost every one of them. They were in Oyo State.
They visited all the
Yeah,
southwest states.
Ibadan is in Oyo State now.
Correct.
Yes.
They visited all the
Mhm.
southwestern states. So
Yes.
yes.
When Oyo, yeah, when Ogun State,
They went
Yeah.
to the state with
the
me.
state,
And we passed through Ocean State.
yeah.
So
We climbed up Olumo Rock. We went through some of the landmarks and the places we were. You know, I think they got the full experience being in Nigeria. Met with great grandparents. You know, yeah. I mean, it'd be difficult to explain how enriching it was for them because they don't even have the words to say it. You know, but when my kids are in the house with me and they're saying, "Oh, that's the kind of thing that granddad does," or "That's the kind of thing that grandma says," for me, it just warms my heart, you know, because that's the little relationship that the time away helped them build, you know,
Sure.
with the family
Sure.
that they can refer to it, you know.
Sure.
So yeah.
Wow. Just watching them go through Lagos, and experience Lagos, just like priceless for me, because you can discuss Lagos, mention Lagos, but they experienced it. They knew the downfalls, they knew the tekes, they knew the okadas. Like I can't give that to you. You have to experience it for yourself. So
Yes, sitting on the blue chair. How are you guys? How was the first day of school?
What? It's just we're just coming back from school, from the break, and we even went to another state in Nigeria. I knew you would take a picture.
Exactly. Thank you guys.
I'll help you do it. I'm gonna do this twice. Who's winning? That's the last time.
I just think it might be worthwhile because it was a whole year and a half that they were there, and we can't compress everything into a video. So if anyone has any questions, any specific questions about the experience, then just ask in the comments and we'll try our best to respond.
Yeah.
But would we recommend this? I think that's the question people want to know.
Yeah. I will recommend it because they will grow, you will grow as individuals, as a couple, you know, and it's a win-win. Your family will get to know them. They will get to be exposed to another kind of life. And then you overcome the difficulty to find that it's beauty on the other side, you know? So I will recommend, I will. And I think it's a great time to just show our immense appreciation for everyone who helped us through this. Because we can sit here and say, "Oh yeah, this is something we thought about doing and we made it happen," but there's countless unseen hands and hearts and efforts that were put into making sure that the kids were well taken care of in Nigeria while they were there. So it's a huge thank you to our family, to our friends. And we are just celebrating you guys as well, as we are just celebrating how we were able to successfully get that done. And just to say that home calls in different ways, and if we think about what we're building and the generational wealth that we're trying to pass on to our offspring, we have to prioritize culture and tradition and norms that we grew up with that kept us aligned, the truth, So sending our kids back home was like an old start, honoring where we came from, because it's really difficult to move forward without first of all understanding what you're from, So we recommend it 100%. Yeah. All right.
Good talk.
Good talk.
How I wish, say, I feel with you anywhere you day, brother man, you day, far away. That's one no say make you the bone area, motherland, You say you go call
All your friends.
everybody wait tired for your call. We tell why you go like so. From Germany
All your friends say,
to
welcome
carry
back
cocoa
to
and
your
time
house.
keep on there.
Are you excited?
Cocoa bus for your belly. Rest in peace. You fly away.
Do you remember this place?
Yeah, come wonder if one day your feet come back, yo. Your papa land, yo, I understand. Say you day so far away. Long, long way from home. Long way from home. You got a long way from home. A long way from your papa land. No matter where you go, make you not forget area. Area before you enter that plane. Na Naija, ti o de batile, badawale yeah. Sound so town, Ninja, how we doing it? All my brothers in the west, all my brothers in the east, north, south, how we doing it. And all these people here, they rule us, make I try make Ninja sweet so that people go want to come back home. Respect Kenneth's music. Peace out, Chiggy. Now we're doing it. Kenneth said, I'm out.